Roblox Arsenal is one of the most popular games on Roblox and the most popular FPS slash shooter game in Roblox. And a lot of you, of course, have played it. I would be extremely surprised if someone has never heard of it, in fact. But, of course, Roblox Arsenal is really well known for its, replayability, its updates, and in fact, it's just fun in general. It's just a game that you just shoot, have fun, play, that's about it. You're literally seeing Arsenal footage in the background as I speak. And honestly, it's really, really fun. However, as a lot of definitely have realized, the game has died quite a lot. Sometimes only 25,000 players online, but that's only in weekends. Most weekdays only reach about 15 to 20k in general. And sometimes you can definitely say that 100 of them could literally just be hackers, but I can't confirm that much. However, as a lot of you know, the game has kind of, like I said, died. However, there's something secret that has kind of gone into Arsenal that I don't think a lot of people have been realizing until I now explain it. Before we start, of course, my new introduction. Hi everybody, I am Maximum, and well, welcome back to the channel. And now let's actually discuss about what has kind of gone with Arsenal, and it doesn't actually have a secret rise. So without further ado, let's get started. Part 1. Events. Events on this game have been something that has gone a lot, and I mean a lot. This game actually does tons of more updates than you would think. And I think it's genuinely because since not many YouTubers play Arsenal as before, literally there's just not much recognition between these new updates. The only ones that are now playing Arsenal now is Bandites. He joined back, apparently Wake joined back, and Rainster has been really the only one for a long time that has actually done Arsenal and not quit. And well, the odd thing here is that there's so many updates that has actually been going on in Arsenal. I remember that by the start of the year, there was quite a few things. Especially they did an event of Valentine's Day, and they also did one for St. Patrick's Day, which I feel like for a game like Arsenal, in my opinion, I probably wouldn't have expected a St. Patrick's Day event. And then on April, we got one of the biggest Easter events on Arsenal, which was literally like two things. If you would buy the the Cyber Bunny mask at around the time before April 14, you would be able to get actually a lot of cool things in specific games. And one of those games was Arsenal, and that counts as Easter because of course the bunny head was, the Cyber Bunny head was literally a bunny. It was for Easter, of course. And in Arsenal, there was a giant Easter update where literally was split into two parts. We got first the Easter update where if you find eggs around the maps and you get a limited amount, then you would literally be able to equip one of the eggs, and if you get enough XP, you would be able to, open up the egg by the time the rounds finish and you get XP. And here's the other part, you get a lot, and I mean a lot of items if the eggs are more rare. The green one is the least rare, then blue is about like super rare, pink ones or purple ones are epic, and red ones are legendaries. And well, the thing is here that if you grab a lot of them, you could get a ton of items from the eggs. You would be sometimes unlucky and get the random kits that actually give you nothing, but realistically there's quite a few things to admire from this. However, out of nowhere, or I don't know if out of nowhere because I think they announced it on the update tab or the update log, which also is new to Arsenal from this year, that it was gonna be split into two parts. And this might sound crazy, but as I speak, it's April 29, and I'm pretty sure the event started around the beginning of April, and I don't even have everything from the eggs because of how many things there are. And I've played for a lot, and I don't even have everything because I sometimes even forget to equip them or simply get duplicates, and it gets even harder, which of course accumulates more time for players, meaning probably players would stay even longer, which means people would be playing more Arsenal. And I do feel like this is a pretty good thing. I know people don't like whenever something gets so addicting that they never leave the game at this point, but it's not really too much of addiction since this is more optional of what egg you pick, and if you want that specific item, you try, and if the other eggs don't interest you, then that's okay. And the thing is here that I feel like this helped a lot with other players stay in Arsenal for quite a while, and I do think that for YouTubers like Rainster, this really helped them get a few views because of the fact that there's so many updates that people want more to see. Whether of these updates would be very big or they would just be tiny stuff. An update I almost forgot to mention as well was the April Fool's update, which the April Fool's update actually had quite a few things. Whenever I think, from what I remember, that the colors of the other teams I think changed maybe, I think that's what it was. And another thing they did in that was that they added on every single person tomfoolery delinquent or tomfoolery rabble rouser. Now the thing is, it actually was meant to stay for 1 day, but if you were lucky enough to actually check the shop that day, there was actually tons of things, which you were able to finally get tomfoolery delinquent, or not finally because I think you were able to get it before, but back after 1 year later, you would be able now to also get tomfoolery delinquent and tomfoolery rabble rouser, which, you know, was great. It was actually not too expensive either. It was kind of cheap. But of course, they have to put, I guess, the admin / best skins at this point in very, very expensive prices. Monkey, of course, was back in a price that I think was, I don't even remember, was it 100,000 bucks on the game, you know, Battle Bucks? Or was it a million? I don't even remember. What I remember is that it was super expensive. So if you guys really want to get Monkey, I recommend to get Battle Bucks and keep them, never spend them for at this point years straight. Might as well, they just already put it at, I don't know, $1 billion at this point on the game, you know, currencies on the game. But who knows at this point? I don't know. I feel like at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Roll gets 1 million or a little less, like, comments or like, give me Monkey or put me admin, put me purple team, orange team. I don't know, at this point I feel like that happens because I feel like everyone would want Monkey. I have Monkey fans, so I think I'm cool. Okay, seriously though, I kinda want Monkey to give me them right now. Monkey! Part 2, Secret Quest. It's actually crazy that Secret Quests are finally back after quite a while. I haven't actually seen Secret Quests in quite a while. And I'm actually happy that they decided to add 2 Secret Quests on the around the Easter update. Around the time. And I'm actually quite happy about that because I really like Secret Quests. I remember doing the Secret Quest on Tuscan, and that was actually a pretty fun one. Short, but pretty fun. I remember I forgot the name, but I'm gonna call them the hybrid ones, where it was basically the Bigfoot. I remember you could also get other ones. I forgot because there was like 7 skins. The cow, I remember that was in Hillside. That was actually one that I was not able to get out of all of them because I was joining Arsenal somehow at the time. But I remember getting Bigfoot without me realizing that was a skin. I literally thought that was a person in the back of safe house until I shot it, went down, and I thought I got someone. And it was that I actually got a skin from that, and it was kind of cool. But that was a pretty big event at the time for Arsenal players, so that was pretty good, I guess. And of course, one we cannot forget, the Froggy quest on Boulevard, where if you ran over the Froggy, you would get the unusual skin of Froggy, or if you the building and did other stuff, you would just get the normal Froggy skin. And that was also a pretty good one. But unfortunately, there wasn't many after that. I know there was the secret ones with like 4 elements, but those were more, I guess, much harder rather than just secret quests because you had to do a little too much. I remember that even once, I think you had to get the badge on doors, the glitch badge, and a different badge from a different game that took a lot to get. And it was the glitch badge on doors, and then another one that had to do with space. And I just don't think that would have been good in general to count that as a secret quest. That is, a little more, like, a little bit fun, I guess. Because the other ones take a little too much time, and I do think that it would be, a little too much to complete. But however, we finally got new ones with the Zippo Stink coffee melee, as well as the oranges effect. And honestly, this is pretty good. I remember I already got the Zippo Stink a melee, which is basically the coffee cup from Stinky's Coffee on the Bolivar map. And honestly, this is pretty cool because all you have to do is get like 13 coffees around the map and shoot them or hit them with the melee, and then you press E on a secret part that is pretty much in the middle of the map. And then you go down a basement, go to specific areas until you finally find the coffee, and it says your name of Roblox mini adventure. And it's pretty cool. I actually had quite a bit of fun. I remember I had to try an empty server, and it was kind of cool, honestly. And I actually really like the melee. I think it's pretty cool that if you just press R to interact with it, and instead just makes you sip it. It's really funny. I am not being able to get the oranges, since every time I go to Hype Rides, unfortunately there's a lot of people, and since it's such a giant map, I'm not able to get all the oranges, especially since I need specific weapons to actually get them. But it's also a pretty good one. I saw in Racer's video what happens at the end is a ginormous tangerine just drops, I think, from the sky, and that gets you the badge, which is a pretty interesting ending in my opinion, but okay. But it's cool that they're bringing a few back, and I'm actually pretty thrilled to see if they do more like this. Part 3. How it feels like a game that you would randomly come back to. I don't know if it's just me, but this is that kind of game that after you leave for quite a while, it actually feels like you want to return to it, and it starts to get more addicting again. And it's actually kind of interesting, because it feels like those kind of games that are dead, you randomly come back, you like it, recommend it again, and it just goes, at an average speed again. It actually has more attention. And for this game, it's happening. In my opinion, it's happening because there's so many stuff that has gone already this year for Arsenal that I honestly think it's pretty cool. They got new guns for Nerf, which is the Soul Catalyst, which is basically the Soul Pistol of, Arsenal into a Nerf gun. They also actually put a Roblox toy of the beach map with the building of tons and all that kind of stuff with a lot of action figurines and guns for, of course, Arsenal characters, especially the best one, Delinquent. And they also did another thing, which was plushies for them, and also squishies. Rainster did a review on them. He did have mixed spots on the froggy one where the face literally peeled off, but he did say that he likes the other stuff like the big plush as well as the monkey one, the monkey minute plushie. And he also kind of reviewed a little bit more things recently of merch, I think, of Arsenal. I think like last year they released the laser rifle of Arsenal, or not the laser rifle, but the pulse laser into a Nerf gun, and a lot of people thought it was really disappointing. And now I think with the Soul Catalyst, I know it's smaller, not that big of a deal with Nerf guns, I guess, but I think it's cool. It just doesn't have much attention either. But again, like I said, I do feel like this game is finally getting a bit of more recognition, and I think that's good because I actually really like Arsenal. It's one of my top 5, I think, and I feel like it's overly a little sad to see that a lot of people have kind of just left the game. And with these updates, it's bringing back a few more people, and all the stuff that they added is more fun. So I just wanted to do this video a little shortly as my first video that I will put on the channel realistically, not counting the channel intro. I do think that this, of course, could be a minor video just to add, to the channel. I have 3 videos that are unlisted, and trust me, those are not going public. But this one is, because I do think by the time I post this, it's gonna be okay. And in general, I think this is gonna be one of the more easier videos to do and kind of enjoy just doing in general. So honestly, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, not always trying to force you, but if you like the video and you want to see more content like this, or in general content that will improve and more stuff like this, you can subscribe. And if you want to actually know when videos get posted straight away, you can also hit the notification bell to know when a video comes out in the first second or first minutes, and you'll be there just in time. And as well, you can hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Even though I don't think this video is gonna be groundbreaking for anyone, I just wanted to make this video in general because I have pretty much played a lot of Arsenal these months, and I feel like I kind of want to express how this game kind of has just put in a lot of updates and effort, and somehow kind of been quiet, and I kind of just wanted to say all this kind of stuff. My social medias will be down below, which is Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, since I do actually do movie reviews and put them over in Letterboxd. So you're probably not too interested since this is more of a gaming channel, but while you're at it, you can also check it out. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya!